Ben finalement, YouTube, je ne vous félicite pas. Une expérience utilisateur de merde. A very, very fucking disgusting user experience with you fucking Google, Alphabet, YouTube of my ass. When you have a beautiful Yeti, a beautiful Mac, and so on. So, Google, you are the image. You're lame. You're lame as what was Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Oh, we said there's no spoiler here, so don't worry, guys. It won't be any spoiler. But definitely, no. As you see, I lost my guess. He's too chicken to be in front of a camera, so what type of a friend it is. We had an enjoyable, agreeable evening. Started 5-ish. And yeah, they just give us a bag of popcorn with no drinks. So that's the first thing, because last fan event for the catastrophe of the Last Jedi 2 years ago in 2017, we had at least something to drink, water, soft drinks, popcorn, and even something sweet or sugary, shall we say. But this year, no, nothing. Popcorn of yesterday. I didn't have it because I'm still in my fasting. So I eat once a day. So I didn't need anything. But I will have loved to drink for $30. You know, when you pay $30 to go to a fan event, and the only thing you receive is a pin saying like, "Oh, you were there opening night." Yeah. So that's nothing. And again, you see, I'm 2 hours late, and oh yeah, let me delete the other, if I could. While let's do this, okay? Because it was disgusting as hell. Very, I don't know. I'm using Chrome. I'm using their shit at Google, and it's very, very. It's incredible. I cannot delete anything of the other mistakes, should I say. It's yeah, very, very, very bad user experience. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of more, because even if I read a lot of things on the Google website and YouTube and tutorial and stuff, and even listening to some guys, nothing is happening as directly speaking. Let me tell you that when I'm doing my agile training, is not like that. We try to at least. This is completely disgusting. Where do I delete the other test for 4 a.m.? I don't want to do anything at 4. I might wake up 4 a.m. doing mission or else. It's incredible. You suck, YouTube. You suck as much as Bad Robot of J.J. Abrams. And we're gonna be there. Anyway, how many people are there now? It's only one. Is it true? It's one. If you're a subscriber of Fredo Lounge, si t'es un membre de Fredo Lounge, dis-moi bonjour, je sais pas t'es qui. Et on va arriver à Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Or should I say, without spoiling anything, The Rise of Nothing. Yeah, definitely. So let's see. Live. Okay, here it is. Can I destroy this? It's incredible, man. Never saw such God, they suck. Okay, so now I'm deleting the other thing that were like not shippable stuff, but YouTube apparently they ship without your permission. And so 2 people now. Hello, guys. So we are going to be into this subject of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker very soon. I'm just learning now how much this loosey fucking YouTube is. Now I'm trying to, can I edit while we speak, it seems to be. Now it's 23:15, and even though I was late to 15 minutes. So how are you guys? Who is there? It's incredible. I don't know. Like, I've got 54 subscribers. Most of them are hidden their identity, and the list, I mean, I cannot see them. Truly, the configuration of YouTube, it's the most disgusting, programmé comme des cochons que j'ai jamais vu. Et là, il y avait the last weekend when I spilled wine on my other laptop. So this is why you have this kind of not so good camera for now, even if I got myself a new laptop. I was so busy this week making deals for Agile Lounge that even my tests for Frito Lounge was like kind of sucked. Anyway, it seems that I'm talking to a ghost now. Only one or two has jumped between 1 and 2. I know I'm late. We had programmed it for 9:15, but we came out late of the premiere opening night for fan event. And we were hungry. We ate, and then my friend decided that he will no longer want to be with me to talk about Star Wars. So the funny thing is, if YouTube was not completely stupid and dumbass, and I don't care if you try to destroy me because I'm not monetizing, I'm just doing an experience. I'm trying your tool, but this definitely, you are degrading, you are fading in the light. Fucking clumsy tech company that does not actually code properly, apparently. Anyway, I'm stopping renting now. A lot of people said I look like Alex Jones when I'm renting like this. Oh, now I just said a bad word that's gonna get me in jail of the new world order of the stupid Google. Okay, enough of renting. Let's be serious, because even though there's no one on the live session that is 2 hours late, thanks to Google specifically, it will be still on replay on my channel. So let's try to be polite a little bit. And yes, there is no Star Wars stuff in my background. I make it on purpose. Or maybe you could see a BB-8 shawl. Okay, so let me just see something here. Okay. This is man, they're literally this. I never saw. I never had, and I'm a UX CX designer by kind of profession, and then I became a Scrum Master, and then this and that, and it's incredible. How much this is not. All right. They say it's completely bullshit. So like, select or import an image, but I cannot. So that's the thing. It's incredible. So maybe after. We'll do it after. All right. So. All right. So there's one person logged in. And so I don't know who you are. So welcome to the Frito Lounge and the Mulder office, because definitely X-Files, even the kind of thing they did last 2 years, was a lot better than all those kind of goofy remakes. And I will go straight up, because it's been 9 minutes and I'm ranting about Google and this kind of configuration, user experience that's no good. So let's jump right now into this Rise of Skywalker, which is probably medium fans. When I say medium fans, I'm talking about, those guys and those gals that maybe our age, they kind of grown up, but even though they are not that much, is YouTube giving me problem again? It's incredible. I don't even know what's going on. You're very, very, very disappointing. So I think, okay. It's hard to concentrate when you are frustrated about the tools that don't work or that have too much or too many conditions. This is very pissing me off. So what's going on here? It seems that a lot of things, okay, here is full range, but YouTube doesn't provide. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end it. Should I? No. We said like the vision of Fredo Lounge, it's experimental, uncut, authentic. So let's be it. Even if I lost 10 minutes ranting about the bad user experience. All right, so at 10:53, let's get into business. And it's going to be quick because, when I do a quick review, it's because it's very low case. And as I don't have a guest to discuss, so yeah. So the thing would have been like being able to stream live from the Devil Diner Bar in downtown Montreal, just next to the Paramount Cinéma Banque Theater, where we will have been able to actually capture right away, as was my intention tonight, to have my guests here in exchange, and also try the remote mic for the upcoming podcasts on my other channel. And so it was a nice conversation, because this is what I wanted to have, a conversation for you guys to enjoy and so on, not ranting about bad user experience, and to just talk about our thoughts, feelings, comment about this. So I will try to recap this great conversation I have with Yan, even with Paul, our barmaid. That would have been interesting, actually, because we said no spoiler, so for sure, don't worry, there will be no spoiler into this. It's not really a film critic either. It's just like, it's kind of see it as a special event, experimental live, talking about movie, and specifically this last movie of the Skywalker Saga, the last real thing from the soul and mind of George Lucas. Definitely, I think it's going to be this. So, yeah, so they have to please the fans, and I think they will have pleased the mid-range fans or the 20, 30 years old fan. Guy like us in the 40s, we didn't find any nostalgia. For those of us as fans who had been deeper into whatever it is, canon or legend or expanded universe, they might find some kind of cookies, Easter eggs. And as I said, I won't spoil anything, but I'm just giving you like the impression about that. So definitely this movie, no emotions for me, no feelings. I laughed a little, but there were a lot of actors again in that movie. Kind of, even if it was J.J. Abrams, I had the same kind of ambience of feeling that it was an empty case. It's an empty shell. Very beautiful effect made by, of course, the great ILM and Industrial Light and Magic, founded by George Lucas. And the acting, of course, Adam Driver is a good actor. Daisy Ridley, nothing to say. Finn, played by Boyega, kind of thing. Oscar Isaac, he lost it. I think you want to go back to real theater, real play, real acting. But he's a good actor. I like him very much. One of my favorite movie of his is not the Gang of New York. Sorry, it was Violence. I forget, but it was about the oil crisis in New York in 17. Tremendous like acting, and also when he played also again in New York, a singer that. Anyway, he's a good actor. They were a good actor, except for those who you don't understand why they're here. It's kind of a extra. That's what we said at the bar. It's like extra player, but on steroid, and there's nothing. The plot of the movie is completely childless, and this is the funny thing. I knew since probably 1981, when I was only 6, 7-ish, when my cousin bring me to Boucherville, which is on the south shore of Montreal, to see my very first Star Wars ever, which was at the time Empire Strikes Back. But in the Cine Park, back in the 80s, you have always 2 movies. So me and my best friend at that time, of 6, 7 years old, we went there at the Cine Park, and we discovered Star Wars on this giant screen on the roof of the car of my cousin. And then, of course, we saw The New Hope, which was episode 4 by that time. And it became after that The Emperor Strikes Back just right after this. And so, voila, I was hooked. And then moving forward, Return of the Jedi, a bit later, 1983, I think. That was kind of poor. Even at that age of 9, 10-ish years old, I was not really impressed with Return of the Jedi. I was really marked by a lot of pace of The New Hope, and especially Empire Strikes Back. It was a winter movie for me. It was like a knowledgeable movie, and especially for a boy who grew up with a single mother and knowing that I had a remote sister with my father. Like, I was like identifying with like my sister could have been Leia, and I was maybe Luke Skywalker, especially. Maybe it doesn't look now, but I was like very, very blonde hair. So yeah, that was it. And we play a lot because back then the kids, yes, we had toys, but we used to play a lot of what we've seen on movie, and we did a lot of play in the park in Hochelaga, Maisonneuve, and the Plateau Montréal. I remember that. So anyway, so this is the kind of nostalgia. I think you will all agree, all the people my age, like in the 40s, that kind of grown up with these, we've been affected. But of course, depending on your level of maturity, really quick in high school, we were absolutely waiting for the prequel, sort of speak. And I realized very soon, about 14, 15 years old, that by rewatching the original trilogy, as they call it, episode 4, 5, 6, that it was made for kids. And it's a soap opera. It's not really a sci-fi type of thing. And it's a family stuff, soap opera family stuff for kids. So let's say when you want it, especially in the teen year of 13, 14 to 16 years old, when you wanted sci-fi, you wanted something with Rutger Hauer or Harrison Ford playing for real, like in Blade Runner, for example. Or all those movies, like very dark sci-fi movie, cybernetic movie. Even Johnny Mnemonic with Johnny Depp in the early 90s was a lot interesting. And then came Matrix, probably my favorite franchise, with all the philosophy, all the spiritual thing than I've learned before and while and after. But in Star Wars, it's made up for kids, okay, but it was kind of interesting. And at some point, because we were kids growing up with this, so it's kind of a hook. It's like when you start being hooked into the Google ecosystem or the Apple ecosystem, and then you cannot get rid of the thing. So, but I'm conscious about this. So it's not like I'm alienated, that I don't know that, and I won't cry or I won't laugh for nothing, like most of the unfortunate zombie, they say they connected, but they are unconnected. So that being said, we kind of keep going to Star Wars, and at the end of the century, beside Matrix, when Star Wars: The Phantom Menace arrived, I was really pleased because I felt that George Lucas had the means technologically to made the movie that he wants, plus the notoriety. So, of course, Phantom Menace was a bit long, but when you understand the rhyme of the Skywalker Saga, it's kind of interesting. And you go back like 32 years before what we've seen in 1977. So, 42 years later, you have Disney, the horrible Disney, and even George Lucas said that he sold it to a white slaver. And you have very, very bad visionaire type of thing that they are submissive. They might be creative. J.J. Abrams is kind of creative, but he will be in the line of what the producers, such as Kennedy, will tell him to do. And Rian Johnson 2 years ago was the worst. So really, it was a very enjoyable evening before that kind of this holidays resting vacation. And I won't take much time. We'll make it about half an hour. So you see, you have 9 minutes now to listen to me. So no spoiler, no critic necessarily, just what we experienced at this opening fan event. So actually, I experienced nothing. Jan, my friend, was kind of okay. It was more like okay. And no, there's nothing there. Will I come back doing a video for the film critic? No F-way. I don't have time to lose. I will do a video for Inti Rami and Sol Invictus instead. And what I have to say about that movie, I'll already say it. Like, for deep core fan or those who read the comic book and stuff, there's, I think, J.J. Abrams in the production with the help of George Lucas and a lot of probably Ralph McQuarrie, the late Ralph McQuarrie, designer of sketching. You could find a lot of things depending of your level of knowledge of the Star Wars universe as a whole. But in the entire saga, this is for kids. What I discovered at 14 years old, that these movies were for kids, not for teenagers, not for adults. That we could still enjoy these kind of thing because it's kind of mystical. It's a mythology, but it's mainstream. It's definitely mainstream now. It's definitely politically correct now. It's definitely identity politic, postmodernist Marxist. And the worst thing is, The Force Awakens was a total remake, faking, establishing a new generation of, I will say it, Lucy, not loser. They're not loser but it's Lucy. I don't know if it's the right word because even in French, I'm not thinking right now. But I mean, it's really low quality, really low vibration, no essence, no nothing. And then the Last Jedi, they destroy everything. It was like an electroshock. They lost a lot of people. And actually, there were a lot of NTC. They say they were sold out for this premiere, the pre-premiere fan event. But just next to me, probably the gal or the guy didn't show up. But I saw a lot of NTCs and people went out really fast after the movie ended. And the cheering were not that much, even for Billy D. Williams, who play Lando Calrissian. And they play with us a lot. I was very pleased and smiling and laughing when Palpatine was there. Yes, if you think I'm spoiling, I'm not spoiling. If you haven't seen the preview at least or something, yes, Palpatine is there. He's there even from the beginning. So it's a movie that will be in a range of 3 out of 10. 2 out of 10 was for The Last Jedi. So you see, I give 1 point, a bit extra, for the great picture, the great kind of backstory that, for those who read the Dark Plagueis book or the Sith or the Dark, he told me what it was, the comic book Dark something. So that was interesting. That for this is why it gained 2 points and an extra points for this kind of storytelling, and also the effort that J.J. Abrams made for try to please everyone with the entire SWU, which is Star Wars universe. And so yeah, that was it. So 3 out of 10. Am I disappointed? No, because I didn't have any expectation. Did I have a great evening with my friend? Absolutely. Did we have a very good meal after that? Absolutely. Am I sad that I didn't start this kind of live streaming at 9:50 as planned? Yes and no. I'm an agilist, so I know it's planning is everything. And as I could not mitigate everything with the bad user experience of YouTube, here you have it. And then I cannot force Jan to be with me because that's it. So that's okay. But I still keep my thing that tonight was the night 42 years later of the end of the Skywalker Saga. Is it worth it to go in theater if you have about 2.5 hours plus, especially in Christmas and the theater right now, they put a lot of ads. I'm not talking about the trailer of the other movie. I'm talking about ads, commercial ads. So make it 2:45, 2 hours and 45 minutes with these. Is it worth it? Maybe if you have nothing to do, go there. Maybe wait till the big crowd of zombie that are still hooked to that Star Wars thing. Of course, it's nothing as much to rent or to be anger as The Last Jedi, but in my opinion, they didn't improve it. And it's even more for kids, even more child. And as I was saying a little bit earlier, since my 14 years old, I don't see it as a mature, serious movie. Just a great escape. It's a great escape. It's a great storytelling. But the storytelling was a lot better when George Lucas was writing it. You might have grief on George about directing and so on, but at least the storytelling and the way he was guiding also all the writer, because I read a lot of books from Star Wars, which is very amazing. And this is why I give 3 out of 10 to The Rise of Skywalker that I called on Yelp and on iMovie database when I made my vote. The Rise of Lame Walker. It's really lame. The first word after 26 minutes in the movie theater, when I was looking at the pace, the way the actor was interacting and so on, my first thing was lame. This is lame. Yeah. That's the key word for me for that movie. It's lame. The Last Jedi 2 years ago was a tragedy. So this one is not a tragedy, not a comedy, but definitely it won't be in my wall of fame. And maybe the wall of shame, yes. Not as shame as The Last Jedi, but I really didn't like it. Actually, the sequel, I don't like it. Now, give me some tomatoes for what I'm going to say, but for me, the prequel was great because I'm first and foremost an admirator of the storytelling and the soul and the art of George Lucas. I've seen all his movies, by the way, not just Star Wars. And I really like the way he portrayed the world and he show up to the world. And I know the prequel, deep from his art, was what he intended to do. Like a bit Steve Jobs, his vision of a computer was the iPad Pro. So whether you like it or not, the creator has his right to put it there. And now that is more like the Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, and Lucy Ryan Johnson trial type of thing. We could definitely see that the soul of the storytelling and the soul of George Lucas is not there anymore. And me, I really like the prequel because, as I said before, this is a movie for kids of the age between 7 and 11 years old. And don't take it personally. If you have a big ego and you think because you like it very much more than me nowadays at 30, 40 something, that's okay. It's a taste. I'm not judging you. I'm just expressing my opinion, guys. So be cool, be relaxed. Don't say it's me. No. It's me. Yes, it's me now. It's on my channel, and I discuss about my taste. Is Star Wars completely bad? No, it's not. It's nice. I spent like it's 42 years old. Could you understand that? I'm 45. So I definitely my cousin bring me to the cine park to show me Star Wars before Empire Strike Back because it's always a double lens. So and I was 7 years old. It was my summer of getting to 7 years old when I've been introduced to Star Wars and all the comic books that one of my cousin provide me to go in deep, and this what we call the expanded universe. So of course it's great for the kid I was growing up as a teenager. I see like, okay, that's kind of a nice entertainment. And so here it is. If you have a lot of day off during the holidays and you'd like to take a walk to a theater, go see it. You'll have fun. You'll enjoy yourself for sure. Especially if you have kids of 7, 8 years old, bring them. They will enjoy it because it's made for their mind. Definitely, yes. So, but you're gonna see on YouTube right now, and maybe on Vimeo or other channel, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, a lot of people will talk, and it will be grown up like me, and they will defend an opinion that no, this is good, this is great acting, this is no. First, it's just a movie. Secondly, it's a franchise. Okay, it's a story completely hijacked. All right. And for me, when you look at the 9 movie, the Skywalker Saga as a whole, when I say I'm one of the rare who prefer the prequel, it's because when the prequel went out in 99, I was an adult. And I'm a refined adult. I read books. I still read books. And not just sci-fi of Isaac Asimov or Philip K. Dick. I love real culture, deep thing. I'm diverse. I look to drama, comedy, theater, Shakespeare, Dead Poet Society, what have you. I love everything to entertain myself while I'm waiting in between my experience on this life dimension matrix. So, well, Star Wars is just part of it. And of course, there are a lot of opinion, there's a lot of talk, and we're going to see that people will defend, no. An adult would like to. But personally, it's not made for an adult. And I definitely feel because when I purchased my ticket for the special fan pre-screen event, I was feeling like this little kiddo, this little teenager, exciting, and especially after being like this year with all those people who passed away, that and my mom and so I said like, okay, let's make something happen, just like the Thursday before these 2-3 weeks kind of off work. Let's do it and enjoy it with my good friend Jan. Why not? Okay, but don't ask me if it was good. I will tell you, bah, it's just entertaining. But there's no soul. And if I could finish my idea, yes, because je saute du coq à l'âne. Why did I like the prequel more? It's because as an adult, I was revisiting everything, and it's a prequel, so it's everything that happened before when I was 7 years old, seeing Star Wars for the first time. And all these play, because I play a lot with friends or with myself, with my toys, and making scenarios. Now we have a lot of YouTubers who make a theory about things and blah, blah, blah. But us in our age and day and time, we used to play with the toys or the figurine, or even between us, and making assumption. It was theory about who was the real father of, and who was the father of the emperor. We didn't call him Palpatine. We didn't know that. So for me, and especially Attack of the Clone, that was for a lot of people the lame one. No, I like the spirit of it, and the Clone War answer everything my kid self had as a question back in 1986 or 89. I remember reading a Fangoria magazine. For those of my age, you will remember that Fangoria magazine. They were talking about making episode 7, 8, 9 for 1997. Finally, they made the prequel in 1999, and that was a big plan. So, well, okay, so this is why the prequel answer all my kids, my childhood questions about the Star Wars universe, or all my theory, my argument I have with my cousin who was the pusher of these comic book from Dark Horse back in the day. And I was in love with the Mandalorian, the Boba Fett. Boba Fett was it's still my favorite character of the Star Wars universe. Definitely, I like him, quiet, loner. Identify with that guy. So of course I'm not a bounty hunter, not yet. But that was it. So, and a lot of my cousins, oh no, the stormtrooper or robots or recruit. I said no, they should be something else. Made of these Mandalorian, because the way they and finally, Attack of the Clone answered that, and I win my bet. I win my bid like 20 years later, and I was happy. And for those who remember the Attack of the Clone, I went to see it in the movie theater roughly 30 times. So much I was happy to see the rise of the Empire. And tonight, that was exactly it. Every time we saw Palpatine or this kind of dark side type of thing, I won't spoil, as I said again, I was like enjoying it. Not because I'm dark. Of course, I'm a light artist. I like to promote compassion, love, light. It's even Fredo Lounge, the blog, was about the story of my experience, my path into the light side and the love side. But I don't know. And the storytelling of Star Wars, the dark side is kind of the mature side that make you think of what you should change, not to fall down into the dark side. And especially now with the sequel, what we call the light side or the Jedi, it's lame. It's lame because either fantasy or real life, it's possible to impossibly win that way, and that's kind of tricky, and I didn't fell in the earth. When Luke Skywalker in the Return of the Jedi redeemed his father, you believe it. Really? You believe in it. You feel it. Now, as I said, this commentary here is no spoilers. I won't say anything, but for scenes and theme and stuff and that rise of Skywalker, and I won't even be able to talk to you about who is Skywalker or who is Palpatine or whatever. It's just the title. It's completely cutting the rhyme that George Lucas was making. You have the Phantom Menace and A New Hope, and then the Force Awakens. Okay, that goes great. Then after you have the Empire Strike Back, Attack of the Clones, and The Last Jedi. Boop, break. Destroy the poetry. And the Return of the Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker. Oh, okay, so the entire galaxy of billions, trillions of people revolve around a Skywalker family and the Palpatine family. At some point, it was like just funny because usually Star Wars and even George Romero back in the day also for his zombie movie, it was a reflection of our society. George Lucas did that. Francis Ford Coppola, all these guys of this generation of filmmaker, they used to kind of critique the society through their movies. And we are the 20th right now. Yes, thank you. Exactly. It's midnight 3, the 20th of December. So I'm going to end it quickly, but I'm just letting it go my thought on this entire universe and this 42 years of story of Star Wars on the Skywalker Saga. So voila. I think I said it all. 3 out of 10. And that's okay. It's just okay. It's fun. Bring your kids to see it. Gonna be enjoyable. That's it. Like Harry Potter, like all of those kiddo movie. that might make you laugh. But if you go with expectation of having answers or having, oh, you will have answers depending on your level of fanhood, but it won't be nothing binding, nothing like the revelation pass like water on a duck back. I'm telling you, and I'm pretty good these days. I'm emotionally, I think, stable, considering the fact that it's only 6 months since my mom passed, and it's only 8 months since my great uncle passed, and my coach been shot in Chicago, and I could have grief and being very nihilistic. No. Now I'm kind of happy. I'm feeling very serene, and I laughed of everything. I laughed at the fact that I lost a MacBook through wine. I don't care. I'm really detached. But I just want to express the fact that Star Wars is no more. Because even if I still have my child heart, and I think this is it, when I purchase that tickets, it's my kiddo inside me that relieve himself from emotional dependency, that just said, let's do it because it's fun. It's a good evening to pass. Could go to the opera, could go, but why not? But that's it. I won't rent it anymore. I won't go back to the movie theater to see it anymore. And if I watch it again, it's because maybe I will walk in a place where they're watching it on the couch, on the Blu-ray, or on the streaming, but I won't do it myself. So that's just an okay movie. That's just the entertainment, and that's just 3 out of 10. And there's no more soul like the original trilogy or the prequel. In my case, in my opinion, and throw me tomatoes if you'd like. I don't fucking care, because for me, Attack of the Clone and Revenge of the Sith answered everything my kid of 7 years old back in 1991 in Boucherville was asking himself, and especially when I was reading the book and the comic book of Dark Horse comic about the expanded universe and the Mandalorian and the Sith and the Dark Plagueis stories and stuff, and so on. So yeah, definitely. So I'll let you go to this. I don't know who was there always. I saw it jumped into 2, 3, 4, and then so I hope that if I continue to try to do live, especially on Fredo Lounge as experimental, that you're gonna be more interactive. And anyway, put in the comment below what was your best Star Wars moment in the last 42 years. If you are my age, if you're younger, do the same. And tell me in the comment what was your favorite Star Wars movie within the 9 movie. Just those 9 movies, just the Skywalker Saga. What was your favorite Star Wars movie? And also, what was your Star Wars moment? And what was your favorite character or top 3 of favorite character? Please let me know below. I'd like to know who is my audience, who is coming to Fredo Lounge, and for what. So put in the comment also any type of request of subject you would like me to experiment with you or exchange with you. So on that, after 43 minutes and 31, I love you in Lakesh. That was Fredo Lounge, and I'm signing off. Have jolly holidays and goodbye.